fought this war. Now only thing is you can create an attitude in your mind and go through the whole process and you become free. Otherwise forcefully you will be going through the whole process. It's like little children when you take them for a drive, they want to see outside and all the window and what is happening. But after some time they go and fall asleep. So even when they are asleep, the journey continues. Journey doesn't stop. So either you remain awake and enjoy the scenery, or you remain asleep and go through the journey. In this journey, if we remain asleep, we remain bound to this samsara. But if we are awake and go through the journey, we have the chance, chance to become free of this samsara. So that is what Bhagavan says, ki mithya esha vyavasayaste, your vyavasaya, your decision, resolve that I will not fight is mithya, is vain. It's like a person who is falling down, he is saying, I will not fall. He continues falling down. One person actually went to a swimming pool, he went on top and he, dived from top. And as he was in the air, he asked the person who was swimming there, how is the water? Is it cold? He said, very cold. And he tried to do all gymnastic on top to prevent himself from falling, but he can't do anything. He has to fall down. Similarly, whatever one decides, if it is against Prakriti, our decision is vain. It has got no value. Bhagavan says it's ahankar ka decision. Ahankar without understanding decides anything. It has got no value. Therefore, in our life, many times we decide something, it doesn't work because our decision might be against, not in tune with our svabhav. So he says, mithya esha vyavasayaste prakriti-stvam niyokshasi, your prakriti will force you to act. Therefore, hey Arjuna, don't have this false pride. Listen to me and fight this war with proper attitude. Because this is the chance. You have the choice of that attitude. You have the choice. If that choice you don't take, then you get bound. If you take that choice, then you become free. While the action is happening according to Prakriti, you can become free or you become more and more bound. That is the choice. So further, Bhagavan says, Svabhavajena kaunteya Nibaddhasvena karmana Kartum nechasi mohat Karishyasya vashopi tat Svabhavajena kaunteya Kartum nechasi mohat Karishyasya vashopi tat. He says, Svabhavajena Kaunteya, hey Arjuna, that by your svabhav, what svabhav? That of Shaurya Adi, of that Kshatriya. By your svabhav nibaddha, you are bound by your svabhav, and by its action, svena karmana, by the action of this svabhav, which is your own svabhav, you are bound by that karma and bound by that svabhav. So if you kartum na ichchasi yan mohat, because of your delusion, confusion, if you don't have desire to fight or desire to perform that action, then karishyasi avashopi tata. Bhagavan says then you will perform that action helplessly. Avashaha. helplessly you will go through that whole process of fighting this war. This sounds very, very, what you call, fatalistic type, but that is the fact that we are bound by our swabhav. We have to understand our swabhav and utilize our swabhav for our enlightenment. We should not fight against our swabhav. We should not do anything, try to do anything against the swabhav, but understand it and use it for our evolution, for our enlightenment. Like in some form of martial arts and all, like judo and all, that if suppose you are fighting with an opponent and he is quite a strong fellow and you are little weak, you don't have to worry about your weakness, but you can utilize his strength to defeat him. If he is falling on you, pull him more towards yourself and throw him down. I mean, be careful. I am just giving as an example. That his own strength is used to defeat that fellow. If you try to resist and fight with him, then it is not possible. If he is running towards you, then make him run more and throw him down. So that is the technique in some of these martial arts like judo and all. Similarly, if we have to understand our swabhav and use it for our own benefit. It doesn't matter whether we are Shudra or whether Vaishya or Brahman or Kshatriya and what is the proportion combination, it doesn't matter at all. What matters is we should be true to our swabhav. If we try to imitate someone, try to go against it and all, then it creates disturbance in our mind. And when the mind is disturbed, one cannot meditate and recognize the self. Mind becomes calm and peaceful when it is not resisted, when it works according to swabhav, then mind is absolutely perfect. It's like suppose you are walking on the road or in a garden or sometimes on a hill and all. If you maintain your pace of your walk and your heartbeat and your all those things, then you can walk long distance because you are walking swabhavik. But if you try to rush, try to become go out of your swabhav, then you won't be able to go far. Similarly, when we are walking on this path, we should walk according to our own pace, according to our own swabhav. It doesn't matter if others are walking faster than you or slower than you. Don't have to worry about them because each one is following an individual, unique path. It's like the rays of the sun. How many rays are there in the sun? Anyone counted? Infinite, countless rays are there. But each ray of the sun is different. It is at a different angle altogether. So the sun, it falls, the rays, each ray is different. So the path of each ray is unique. So suppose I am one ray, then I have to just follow my path backwards and then come to recognize that sun. So that is the idea behind this swabhav. This swabhav is a very important word. So we have to find out what is my swabhav, what is my genuine, nature as per sattva gun, rajagun. The percentage, Not swabhav doesn't mean that, oh, my swabhav, I am very lazy, that might be your swabhav, but that is your guna, then tamogun, that is the recognition of tamogun, which has to be utilized for seva. It has to be utilized first, because for Shudra, if that quality is there, then seva. You cannot say my swabhav is to take coffee. That is not called swabhav. That might be of habit or foolishness. That is a different story. Swabhav is gunas. What is your sattva? And these three gunas, as I said, are good as well as bad. If they are utilized properly, they can lead us to the Supreme. They are not taken care of properly, they lead to bondage. So everyone by Swabhav are good. So it is not a Swabhav is bad, that is a wrong statement. He has got a bad Swabhav. No, there is no bad Swabhav. That he might have misused his Swabhav to become bad. That might be there. But Swabhav is not bad. So that is what we have to recognize and utilize it the best possible way to attain the supreme state of enlightenment. Now Bhagavan says in the following verse, it's a very famous and beautiful verse, slowly is concluding his teaching. So he says that how this Swabhav works, who is making this Swabhav, who is handling this Prakriti. If I am not under the control of my own this life, if I cannot do what I want, everything happens according to the Swabhav. Who is the master of this Swabhav? Who is the master of Prakriti? Bhagavan says, I am the master of Prakriti. Ishvara is the master of Prakriti. Ishvara is making everything happen. It's like the ocean. If the waves are told that, oh wave, Mr. Wave or Mrs. Wave, that it is not that you are waving. It is your Swabhav which is making you wave. Suppose a wave is rising, the whole current underneath is making that wave rise. If the wave as it is rising, it decides, I don't want to rise. He says, you cannot do anything about it. You have to rise. You have no choice. You cannot say, नहीं मेरे को बहुत बोर होता है ये क्या, I will just relax here. He says, no, whatever you this, you have to rise. But what is that power which is making that wave rise, and not only this wave rise, but the other wave rise also? That is the power of the entire ocean. That entire power of the ocean is in that ocean. Similarly, what makes my Swabhav make me function, your Swabhav, his Swabhav, it is Ishvara who is the master of this, all the Swabhav. All Swabhavs together are called the Prakriti. So he is the master of Prakriti and makes everything move. And that is what said in the next verse. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hriddesharjuna tishtati brahmayan sarva bhutani yantrarudhani mayaya Ishvara sarva bhutanam hriddesharjuna tishtati brahmayan sarva bhutani yantrarudhani mayaya. Ishvara, that Ishvara, the supreme master, God. See, in our scripture, God is used. The term for God is Ishvara. Ishvara means the master, the ruler, the boss, the top boss, Ishvara. That Ishvara alone is called, and Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, Saraswati and Lakshmi and Parvati and all different aspects of Ishvara only. Ishvara is one. Ishvara alone is called Devi or Devata, Shiva, Brahma or Ganesh or whatever the different devatas we worship is all Ishvara. One. His names are different. Just as one person sometimes is called different in different areas and all. In the office when you go, he is called by some name, boss or something. In the society he is called something else, Babuji. Somewhere else he is called our coach. At home, I don't want to tell what. So at different places he is called different. Same person. Similarly, God is one. But some call him Vishnu, some call him Shiva, some call him Brahma, some call him Saraswati, Lakshmi, Parvati, Kali, various names, Krishna, Rama, various names of one Ishvara only. Ishvara is one. Ishvara sarva bhutanam riddeshe arjuna tishtati. Where does he live? Bhagavan says he lives in everyone's heart. I live in everyone's heart. Sarva bhutanam. Sarva bhutanam means in all beings. In all beings, not only in human beings. Some people have funny notion that God is only in human beings. He is in animals also. In the little insect, in a virus, in a bacteria, everywhere. Sarva bhutanam riddhi. Riddhi means in their heart. Heart means in their very core, in their very essence. You may say, no, some beings don't have heart. In their very core, in their very essence, God is residing. Riddhi, riddeshe Arjuna tishtati. Hey Arjuna. He resides in the heart of all beings. So he is all pervading. Even in matter, in living beings, everywhere Ishvara resides. So being in all, he controls all. Therefore he is also called Antaryami. Antaha yami. Antaryami. Means remaining inside, controls everything, everyone. Being the sky, he controls the sky. Being the air, he controls the air. Being in the heart of all, he controls all. So Riddhi Esha Arjuna Tishtati. And what does he do? He says, Brahmayan Sarva Bhutani. I make all beings move, beings function. Brahmayan. Brahmayan. Brahman. सबको घुमाता हूँ इस कठपुतलियों की तरह. Like a puppet, like puppets. Bhagavan says, I make everyone move. It is not the individual who is acting, it is the totality which is acting. Individuals have a notion that I am acting. And this notion is very strong. But it is the totality which is acting. And the totality is there in us, in the sense Ishvara is residing. Totality is there in every part. It's like a hologram. Totality is there in every part. Means in every heart, Bhagavan is complete. Not that he is only part, thoda thoda sab tukda sabke hriday mein. Aisa nahi. In everyone is 100% God. Not 0.001%. So, Brahmayan Sarva Bhutani, making everything move and function. How? Yantra Rodhani, like a mechanical device, like a machine. See, using the example of a machine here. See, machines, they function according to the rule, according to the plan. You can predict exactly what the machine will do